The two most damaging vitamins for leg weakness after age 60 are your legs feeling weaker, heavier, or painful as you age. If standing for extended periods, walking, or climbing stairs have become a challenge, it's time to take notice. These symptoms could signal a serious issue affecting your mobility. In this detailed guide, I'm going to reveal surprising culprits behind leg weakness, factors you might never suspect, certain foods you consume daily, two vitamins widely promoted as healthy, and a combination of elements draining your leg strength are contributing to this problem. Shockingly, vitamins you've been told are essential could be weakening your muscles, stressing your joints, and leaving your legs unsteady, sore, or vulnerable. The most alarming part is that these risks are embedded in your everyday routine. Every bite you take or pill you swallow could be fueling the weakness you feel. I'll also expose two vitamins you might be taking right now that are unexpectedly harmful, accelerating muscle loss and compromising your leg stability. You may have purchased these at the pharmacy with good intentions, believing you're protecting your health, strengthening your bones, and caring for your body. This script will uncover the truth behind these supplements and foods, shedding light on the causes of fatigue, swelling, stiffness, and persistent pain. Most importantly, you'll learn what to avoid, what changes to make, and how to restore your strength, vitality, and independence. If you want to keep your legs strong for years to come and age with confidence, stay with me until the end of this comprehensive guide. Sugary sweets and desserts. Sweets and desserts have long been associated with comfort, joy, and indulgence. Whether it's a slice of cake, a handful of candies, or a creamy pastry, these treats bring a sense of nostalgia. However, after the age of 60, this habit can quietly undermine the health of your legs. Consuming excessive amounts of refined sugar triggers a cascade of inflammatory responses throughout the body, particularly targeting muscles and joints. This chronic inflammation makes your legs more sensitive, prone to discomfort, and susceptible to long-term deterioration. Over time, the inflammation weakens the structural integrity of your lower limbs, making everyday movements more painful. Additionally, high sugar intake is closely linked to insulin resistance, a condition that disrupts the muscle's ability to access energy. When muscles are deprived of sufficient energy, they become less efficient, leading to weakness and fatigue. This is particularly concerning for older adults, as the natural loss of muscle mass with aging, known as sarcopenia, already poses a challenge. Excess sugar also contributes to weight gain, which places additional strain on your legs. Every extra pound increases the workload on your lower body muscles and joints, accelerating wear and tear, amplifying discomfort, and fostering a sense of weakness in the lower extremities. This weight gain exacerbates the pressure on already fragile joints, making mobility more difficult. Sugar also promotes the production of toxins in the body, which intensify inflammatory processes. The more inflammation present, the harder it is to maintain strong, functional legs capable of supporting your daily activities. Did you know that sugar has a direct impact on blood circulation? When consumed in excess, it increases the risk of vascular disorders, which restrict blood flow to the lower limbs. Poor circulation means your leg muscles receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients, impairing tissue repair and slowing muscle recovery. The fleeting pleasure of a sugary dessert may come at a steep cost to your overall health. Beyond these metabolic consequences, sweets are notoriously low in essential nutrients critical for muscle health, such as proteins and magnesium. In essence, you're consuming empty calories that weaken your body rather than fortifying it. For older adults, this unbalanced diet accelerates the loss of muscle mass, one of the primary threats to mobility and independence. If you notice your legs growing weaker, the cause could be as simple as that piece of pie or chocolate bar you enjoy. What seems like an innocent treat could be eroding your strength and autonomy. Most commercially produced sweets also contain chemical additives, such as artificial dyes and preservatives, which further aggravate inflammation. These compounds disrupt the body's natural balance and directly affect the muscular system. When combined with sugar, they form a toxic combination that undermines your health. A significant step toward better leg health is replacing these sweets with natural alternatives, such as fresh fruit sprinkled with cinnamon or homemade desserts made with minimal sugar. These wiser choices satisfy your cravings while supporting your legs and overall well-being. Your body, legs, and taste buds will thank you for making the switch. Fried foods, The crispy allure of fried foods, think French fries, fried chicken, or donuts, is hard to resist. However, after age 60, the damage these foods inflict on your body cannot be ignored. Fried foods are loaded with trans fats and saturated fats, which significantly elevate inflammatory markers in the body. This inflammation directly targets muscles and joints, leading to stiffness, discomfort, and increased risk of injury in the legs. The fats in fried foods also impair blood flow, making it harder for oxygen to reach your muscles. Poor circulation deprives your body of its ability to repair and strengthen tissues, resulting in weakened legs and accelerated joint wear. Among the worst offenders are foods like fried chicken nuggets, onion rings, and mozzarella sticks, which are staples in many diets. These foods wreak havoc on your skeletal and circulatory systems, and the temporary satisfaction of their taste is not worth the long-term harm. Have you ever noticed that after eating a meal heavy in fried foods, your legs feel unusually sore or heavy? This is your body reacting to the overload of harmful fats. Fried foods require significant energy to digest, diverting resources away from your muscles and contributing to leg fatigue. Regular consumption of fried foods is also associated with weight gain, which further strains the lower extremities, compounding discomfort and weakness. These foods are notoriously low in nutritional density, meaning they provide minimal vitamins, minerals, or proteins to support muscle health. A diet dominated by fried foods creates an imbalance that promotes muscle loss, reducing the stability and strength of your legs. This can impair your ability to perform basic tasks, such as walking, climbing stairs, or carrying weight safely. Avoiding fried foods is one of the simplest yet most effective steps you can take to preserve your mobility and independence. By switching to healthier cooking methods, such as baking, steaming, or grilling, you can protect your legs from unnecessary strain. These alternatives allow you to enjoy flavorful meals without compromising your health, ensuring your legs remain strong and capable. White bread. White bread is a staple in many households, often enjoyed at breakfast or as a quick snack. However, after age 60, its impact on the body is far from benign. Made from refined flour, white bread undergoes processing that strips away most of its fiber and essential nutrients. This results in a rapidly absorbed carbohydrate that causes sharp spikes in blood glucose levels. These spikes have a direct impact on muscle health, particularly in the legs, leading to feelings of fatigue and weakness. Regular consumption of white bread creates a metabolic imbalance, as its low fiber content and high glycemic index contribute to insulin resistance. Without adequate fiber, glucose struggles to enter muscle cells, reducing the energy and strength needed for daily activities. Maintaining muscle firmness in the legs becomes increasingly challenging, which can lead to muscle mass loss, a common issue as we age. In this context, white bread ceases to be a neutral food and becomes a contributor to physical decline. Beyond its effects on blood sugar, white bread is deficient in proteins and minerals, offering no meaningful support for muscle recovery. Older adults require increased protein intake to combat sarcopenia, the progressive loss of muscle mass. Relying on white bread while neglecting protein-rich alternatives is a mistake that depletes the body meal by meal, resulting in weak, unsteady, and fatigued legs. Additionally, white bread promotes weight gain, particularly when paired with high-calorie toppings like butter, cheese, or sugary spreads. Excess weight places undue pressure on legs that are already more fragile with age, leading to pain, inflammation, and a higher risk of injury. Far from supporting mobility, white bread limits it. Each slice may seem harmless, but the cumulative impact of poor dietary habits takes a toll. Fortunately, there are plenty of nutritious alternatives, such as whole grain breads, naturally fermented breads, or those made with oats, flax seeds, or rye. These options provide beneficial fibers and nutrients that support muscle health, improve digestion, and stabilize blood sugar. When paired with proteins and healthy fats, such as eggs or avocado, they create balanced meals that nourish your body. You don't need to give up bread entirely. Just make smarter choices. Stay tuned, as later in this guide, I'll reveal the 2 worst vitamins that can undermine your leg strength. Alcohol. Consuming alcoholic beverages becomes increasingly risky after age 60, particularly when it comes to the health of your leg muscles and joints. As the body ages, it becomes less efficient at metabolizing alcohol, which amplifies its detrimental effects. One of the primary consequences is the impaired absorption of critical nutrients, including calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Without these nutrients, muscles weaken and bones become more brittle, increasing the risk of fractures and falls. Alcohol also directly interferes with muscle repair, meaning that after physical activity, your body takes longer to recover, leading to prolonged soreness, fatigue, and a higher likelihood of injury. Additionally, alcohol causes dehydration, which reduces muscle flexibility and triggers uncomfortable leg cramps. It also places a strain on the liver, which plays a key role in producing compounds essential for tissue health. The connection between alcohol and weight gain is another significant concern, as alcoholic beverages are calorie dense and promote the accumulation of belly fat, even in moderate amounts. This added weight stresses the legs, demands more from the joints, and impairs mobility. Combined with the natural decline in muscle mass that occurs with aging, these effects can have devastating consequences for your ability to move freely and maintain a high quality of life. Have you ever woken up feeling more exhausted or achy after a night of drinking? That's your body signaling the toll alcohol takes on your muscles and joints. Regular alcohol consumption elevates inflammation levels in the body, which intensifies discomfort and discourages physical activity. Over time, this habit significantly undermines your body's ability to remain active and healthy. Reducing alcohol intake is a crucial step toward preserving leg strength and overall vitality. Later in this guide, I'll disclose the 2 vitamins that could be weakening your legs. So keep reading. Processed meats. Processed meats, such as bacon, ham, sausages, and deli meats, are a convenient addition to many meals, but they pose serious risks to leg health after age 60. These foods are high in sodium and chemical preservatives, which promote chronic inflammation throughout the body. This inflammation affects joints and leads to persistent discomfort in the leg muscles, ankles, and knees. If you wake up feeling stiff, processed meats could be a contributing factor. Another drawback is their high content of saturated fats, which reduce blood flow, elevate bad cholesterol levels, and compromise circulation. Poor circulation deprives leg muscles of oxygen and nutrients, hindering their maintenance and regeneration. Over time, this results in a gradual weakening of the lower extremities, making daily tasks more challenging. Processed meats also contribute to toxin buildup in the body, placing stress on the liver and kidneys. These organs are essential for filtering out harmful substances, and when overloaded, they contribute to muscle fatigue. Preservatives in processed meats have been shown to disrupt glucose metabolism, further reducing the energy available to muscles, leading to feelings of heaviness and exhaustion. For older adults, dietary caution is paramount, as the convenience of these foods comes at a high cost of quality of life. Opting for healthier protein sources, such as eggs, lean chicken, fish, or plant-based options, is a vital step toward maintaining muscle strength and overall health. Simple substitutions, like using avocado instead of bacon, scrambled eggs instead of sausage, or shredded chicken instead of ham, can make a significant difference. With these changes, your legs will feel lighter, more energetic, and better equipped to support your daily activities. Choosing between temporary convenience and long-term mobility is a trade-off worth making. Instant noodles. Instant noodles are go-to for quick meals, but their impact on leg health after age 60 is deeply concerning. Composed primarily of refined flour and chemical additives, they offer minimal nutritional value. A single serving can contain more than half the recommended daily sodium intake, leading to fluid retention that causes swollen, painful legs. High sodium levels also elevate blood pressure, which restricts blood flow to muscles, leaving them undernourished, weak, and slow to recover from activity. The chemical additives in instant noodles, including preservatives, artificial colors, and monosodium glutamate (MSG), are another cause for concern. These compounds are linked to chronic inflammation, which impairs joint function and accelerates muscle deterioration, resulting in stiffness, discomfort, and reduced mobility. The lack of fiber in instant noodles contributes to their high glycemic index, causing rapid blood sugar spikes that disrupt insulin activity. This prevents muscles from effectively utilizing energy, leading to weakness and fatigue. For older adults, a diet heavy in instant noodles can turn simple tasks, like walking to the store, into exhausting challenges. Instead of relying on these convenience foods, choose whole grain pasta, homemade soups, or meals made with fresh ingredients. These alternatives provide the nutrients needed to support leg strength and overall well-being. Industrial cakes. Store-bought cakes may evoke memories of youth and celebration, but after age 60, they pose significant risks to leg health. Packed with processed sugars, hydrogenated fats, and synthetic preservatives, these cakes disrupt metabolism and inflame the body. The high sugar content impairs insulin function and promotes fat accumulation, creating a metabolic environment that's unfavorable for maintaining muscle strength. This not only contributes to weight gain, but also weakens a leg's ability to support daily activities. Trans fats, used to enhance flavor and extend shelf life, are another critical concern. These fats lower good cholesterol, raise bad cholesterol, and compromise blood flow, depriving leg muscles of essential nutrients. Over time, this leads to muscle deterioration, joint stiffness, and potential mobility issues. Regular consumption of industrial cakes is also linked to chronic inflammation, one of the primary causes of muscle weakness and joint pain. Additives like emulsifiers, stabilizers, and artificial dyes trigger immune responses that primarily affect the leg joints, resulting in increased discomfort, reduced mobility, and a cycle of inactivity that accelerates muscle loss. Despite their delicious taste, these cakes lack nutritional density, offering calories without the proteins, calcium, or magnesium needed for muscle and bone health. Eating them regularly is like fueling your body with contaminated gasoline. Your muscles, the engine, struggle to perform, exhibiting fatigue and sluggishness. Making homemade cakes with whole flours, fresh fruits, and natural oils is a practical alternative that delivers flavor without harming your health. This choice supports muscle firmness, boosts energy, and helps you maintain an active lifestyle. Ultra-processed cheeses. Ultra-processed cheeses, such as spreads, slices, or melted varieties, are convenient but dangerous for maintaining leg strength after age 60. High in sodium and saturated fats, these cheeses promote fluid retention and stiffen blood vessels, impairing circulation and making legs feel heavy and uncomfortable. Sodium also elevates blood pressure, further restricting nutrient delivery to muscles. These cheeses often contain preservatives and phosphates, which disrupt the body's mineral balance, particularly affecting calcium and magnesium, two minerals essential for muscle contraction and bone health. Poor absorption of these minerals leads to muscle fatigue, joint pain, and nighttime cramps, with the leg muscles being the first to signal distress. Unlike artisanal cheeses, which retain more of their nutritional profile, ultra-processed versions undergo industrial processes that diminish their nutrient content. While they provide calories, they lack the amino acids needed to maintain muscle mass, contributing to muscle loss and functional decline. Have you ever felt sluggish or heavy after a meal high in processed foods? This is a result of their inflammatory and demineralizing effects. Over time, the absence of essential nutrients weakens bones and impairs muscle performance, making short walks or simple tasks more strenuous. Replacing ultra-processed cheeses with fresher, less processed options, such as ricotta, cottage cheese, or mozzarella, supports muscle and bone health. As we move forward, we're getting closer to uncovering the two worst vitamins for your legs. Industrial ice cream. Industrial ice cream is a beloved treat, especially on hot days or as a dessert. But after age 60, it poses significant risks to leg health. Loaded with refined sugars and saturated fats, it causes rapid blood sugar spikes followed by crashes, destabilizing muscle energy and leaving legs weak, heavy, and prone to exhaustion. The saturated fats in these ice creams harm the cardiovascular system, reducing blood flow to the extremities, including the legs. This leads to sensations of numbness, tingling, or persistent cramps. Over time, the circulation deficit weakens muscles, reduces mobility, and increases the risk of falls. Industrial ice creams also contain artificial colors, emulsifiers, and thickeners that exacerbate bodily inflammation, a key driver of joint and muscle damage. Regular consumption promotes digestive and hormonal imbalances that impair the absorption of nutrients essential for muscle development. Without proper nutrition, the body struggles to remain stable and strong. These ice creams offer no meaningful nutritional value, providing empty calories that fail to build muscles, repair tissues, or support joints. The result is increased fatigue, more daily pain, and reduced tolerance for physical activity. Every scoop deprives your body of the chance to strengthen itself. Opt for homemade frozen yogurt or fruit-based desserts to satisfy cravings while supporting leg health. Milk chocolate. Milk chocolate is a common indulgence, whether as a midday treat or an after-dinner dessert, but its regular consumption can have serious consequences for leg health after age 60. High in sugar and saturated fats, milk chocolate triggers inflammatory processes that directly affect joints and muscles. The combination of high glucose and poor quality fats creates a metabolic overload that accelerates the decline of muscle strength. Unlike dark chocolate, milk chocolate has low cocoa content, which is where beneficial antioxidants are found. Most commercial versions are heavily processed and loaded with preservatives and artificial sweeteners, which harm the liver and pancreas while disrupting the absorption of nutrients critical for muscle health. The result is tired, stiff legs that are more prone to aches and discomfort. The simple sugars in milk chocolate are rapidly absorbed, causing insulin surges that deplete muscle energy. For older adults struggling to maintain lean muscle mass, this instability is particularly harmful. Additionally, milk chocolate is linked to abdominal weight gain, which increases strain on the lower extremities, promoting wear and tear in the knees, hips, and ankles. Healthier alternatives, such as dark chocolate with high cocoa content, provide antioxidants and flavonoids that support circulation and muscle health when consumed in moderation. The key is choosing wisely and practicing balance to enjoy treats without compromising your legs. Canned foods. Canned foods are a convenient option for quick meals, but they contain ingredients that can significantly harm leg health after age 60. Most canned goods are high in sodium and chemical preservatives, such as sodium benzoate and nitrites, as well as artificial colors and other additives. These substances are highly inflammatory, damaging muscle and vascular health. Regular consumption impairs muscle regeneration and reduces oxygenation, weakening the lower limbs. The excess sodium in canned foods promotes fluid retention, a primary cause of heavy, uncomfortable legs. This retention causes pain and may indicate poor circulation or tissue inflammation. For those with hypertension, a common condition after 60, the problem is even more severe as high sodium levels stress the cardiovascular system and limit nutrient delivery to muscles. Canned foods also suffer from reduced nutritional quality, as processing strips away most of their natural vitamins and minerals. What remains is a product high in toxins and low in the nutrients your body needs, placing additional stress on your metabolism. This stress depletes energy and compromises muscle performance, contributing to persistent leg weakness and fatigue. Furthermore, trace amounts of aluminum from certain cans can accumulate in the body over time, potentially harming the neurological system and muscle function. This increases the risk of falls, imbalances, and gradual weakening, a risk not worth taking when healthier alternatives are available. Choosing fresh, frozen, or naturally preserved foods is a critical step toward maintaining mobility. Cooking with real ingredients free of synthetic additives offers immediate benefits to your well-being and safeguards your autonomy as you age. Filled cookies and processed snacks. Filled cookies, chips, and other processed snacks are popular choices for quick bites, but after age 60, they can accelerate the loss of leg strength. These foods are packed with artificial ingredients, including dyes, flavorings, preservatives, and stabilizers, which inflame the body and stress vital organs like the liver and kidneys. This inflammation disrupts circulation and impairs the absorption of nutrients essential for muscle health. Processed snacks are typically high in calories but low in minerals, proteins, and fiber, offering little nourishment. For older adults, this is particularly harmful, as the body requires a nutrient-dense diet to counteract the natural muscle loss associated with aging. Consuming foods high in sugar, hydrogenated fats, and sodium hastens this decline, weakening the leg's ability to support daily activities. Trans fats, commonly found in these snacks, are a major inflammatory factor, clogging arteries and reducing blood flow to muscles. This leads to discomfort, fatigue, and a sense of unsteadiness in the legs. High sodium content exacerbates fluid retention, worsening leg swelling, and contributing to conditions like varicose veins, chronic pain, and a heavy sensation while walking. These snacks also cause rapid glucose spikes followed by crashes, draining muscle energy and creating a cycle of hunger that promotes weight gain. The more you rely on these products, the harder it is to maintain strong, functional legs. Replacing processed snacks with natural alternatives, such as homemade energy bars, nuts, or fruit, can reverse this damage and support leg health. Monosodium glutamate, MSG. Monosodium glutamate, MSG, is a common flavor enhancer found in instant noodles, ready-made seasonings, broths, packet soups, and many frozen meals. While it enhances taste, its effects on the body after age 60 are far from benign, particularly for leg muscles. MSG affects neurotransmitters that regulate muscle contraction to the nervous system, potentially causing muscle aches, headaches, tingling, and general fatigue. In the legs, these effects manifest as feelings of heaviness, stiffness, or even slight tremors, especially in those sensitive to excitotoxic compounds. As the body becomes more vulnerable with age, these issues intensify. MSG also triggers chronic inflammation, affecting joints, muscles, and blood vessels. This inflammation impairs muscle function and circulation in the extremities, increasing the risk of weakness, cramping, and mobility loss. Many MSG-containing foods are high in sodium, which worsens fluid retention and leg swelling. Additionally, MSG disrupts energy metabolism by altering how muscles use glucose, reducing their efficiency and compromising strength for basic tasks like walking or climbing stairs. Over time, this diet can lead to muscle mass loss and increased dependence on others for daily activities. Many people are unaware of their MSG intake, as it's often hidden under names like flavor enhancer, yeast extract, or hydrolyzed protein on labels. To protect your legs, choose natural flavorings like fresh herbs, garlic, onions, lemon, or olive oil over ultra-processed foods and artificial seasonings. These simple swaps make a significant difference in maintaining leg strength and overall health. Excess vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for vision, immunity, and skin health, but excessive intake, particularly from supplements, can be toxic after age 60. The body struggles to metabolize and eliminate excess vitamin A, leading to a condition known as hypervitaminosis A. This causes a buildup in the liver and joints, resulting in muscle pain, particularly in the legs and back. The discomfort is often mistaken for joint or spinal issues, but it stems from inflammation caused by too much vitamin A. Common symptoms include muscle weakness, difficulty climbing stairs, walking or standing after sitting for long periods, signaling a disrupted nutritional balance. Excess vitamin A also interferes with the absorption of magnesium and calcium, critical minerals for muscle contraction and relaxation. This leads to fatigue, spasms, and cramps in legs, making daily activities more challenging. Furthermore, vitamin A accumulation in the liver impairs energy production, further compromising muscle function and leading to a gradual decline in mobility and strength. Another serious consequence is bone demineralization, particularly in the legs and hips, which are heavily used in daily life. This weakens bones and increases fracture risk, especially in those with osteopenia or osteoporosis, making the impact even more severe. Vitamin A supplements should only be taken under medical supervision, with carefully regulated doses. Self-medication is a leading cause of these hidden problems. Vitamin A is naturally found in foods like liver, egg yolks, whole milk, carrots, and pumpkins, and a balanced diet typically eliminates the need for supplements. Overconsumption, especially through fortified foods or high-potency supplements, introduces unnecessary risks. Monitor total intake, including multivitamins, to avoid excess and protect your leg health. Excess vitamin D. Vitamin D is widely recommended for bone health and immune function, particularly for older adults, but excessive intake, often from supplements, can have serious consequences for leg health after age 60. Hypervitaminosis D, caused by a buildup of this fat-soluble vitamin in the body, leads to a condition called hypercalcemia, where blood calcium levels become dangerously high. This results in muscle pain, stiffness, burning sensations, cramps, and joint discomfort, particularly in the legs. Hypercalcemia disrupts the electrical impulses that control muscle and nerve function, impairing coordination and movement. Excess vitamin D can also cause calcification of soft tissues, such as muscles and tendons, making areas like the knees, calves, and thighs stiffer, less flexible, and painful during activity. What should be a protective nutrient becomes a source of wear and limitation. Older adults who take high doses of vitamin D without medical oversight are at greater risk of these issues. Another concerning effect is the strain on the kidneys, which regulate mineral balance in the blood. Poor kidney function leads to substance retention, worsening leg swelling, muscle pain, and weakness. This creates a harmful cycle. More vitamin D leads to more calcium, reduced kidney function, and increased muscle problems. Vitamin D supplementation should always be personalized based on blood tests and medical guidance. Many people assume large doses are safe because vitamin D is beneficial, but excess can be as dangerous as deficiency. For your legs, the consequences can include loss of movement and independence. Always consult a healthcare provider to determine the right dosage for your needs. Thank you for staying with me through this in-depth guide. Subscribe to our channel, as it's dedicated to helping you live a healthier, more vibrant life. If you want to keep receiving the best health advice, hit the subscribe button and enable notifications. The video currently playing on your screen highlights 3 essential vitamins every diabetic should take. Check it out by clicking now. Until our next video, take care and prioritize your health.